If you ask me about my favorite tastes, for sure it's nothing but brownies or cheesecake. And guess what happened if you mix these two together? A fudgy layer of brownie in the bottom topped with cheesecake. It's so fudgy, moist and rich in chocolate. Trust me, it has a unique taste. Let's bake this cheesecake brownie. I start with preheating the oven. Turn it on and set it to 350 degrees of Fahrenheit or 180 degrees of Celsius. Then let's line our pan. I use a 30 centimeter square cake pan, or you can use 25 by 35 centimeter rectangular cake pan. There is no difference. The parchment paper should be larger than the bottom of my pan. I place my pan on my parchment and draw a line all around the bottom of my pan. I turn my parchment paper and fold sides of it inside my lines. Cut the corners of lines. Also fold another side. Now my parchment paper is ready. To ensure the sides will stay upward, grease your pan with oil, butter, or baking spray. Now place your parchment paper in it. Let's set it aside to make my brownie batter ready. We don't need electric mixer for this recipe, so take a whisk or a spatula. Put 110 grams of butter into a bowl. Pour 110 grams of oil on it. You can remove oil and add it to the butter. Instead of 110 grams of butter, you can use 220 grams of butter. Pour 165 milliliters of warm water into the bowl. Whisk until all the butter melts completely. My butter was room temperature, so my warm water can melt it. The water temperature should be about 80 degrees of Celsius. If you don't have thermometer, the best way to reach 80 degrees is to measure 165 milliliters of boiling butter and set it in the room temperature for 5 minutes. It will reach to 80 degrees. Once the butter melts, sift 110 grams of cocoa powder. Add a pinch of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Fill your spoon and level of any excess. Whisk until they completely mixed. You can see when the cocoa powder mixed with wet ingredients, it changed color to a glossy dark brown. Because of its acidity, cocoa powder often pairs with baking soda in recipes. Acids and bicarbonates react together, create carbon dioxide, which in cakes help them rise. Let's add eggs. We have 4 large eggs. Each egg should weigh more than 60 grams. Add them once at a time, and after each addition, whisk until they just combined. And I add the last egg. Add 450 grams of sugar. It's not needed to be dissolved completely. The remaining sugar granules will cause the brownie to have a wet and moist texture. At the end, only the flour remains. Sift it in the ingredients. We have 300 grams of flour. Whisk them well until no clumps of flour remains. We need this consistency for brownie batter. Okay, let me put it in my prepared lined pan. Smooth the surface with your spatula and place your pan aside to prepare your cream cheese topping. Let's make our cheesecake topping ready. It's so easy, you don't need electric mixer. You just have to mix all ingredients together with a whisk. We have 250 grams of cream cheese, 35 grams of butter, and 2 large eggs. It's very important that all the ingredients, especially eggs, butter, and cream cheese, come in room temperature. Add 60 grams of sugar, 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Or you can use half of a vanilla bean. Whisk them well till smooth. I put my whisk aside, use the spatula, and grab the sides off. Now we have to spread it over brownie batter. Use a spatula and pull it in different direction. Now I have a marble pattern on it. This is gonna go into the preheated oven for 35 minutes. Take it out of the oven when the bottom brownie sets and the topping starts to change color. Now I have to wait for an hour to cool down. Once chilled, remove it from the pan. If you take it out of the pan while it's still warm, it may break in half. Okay, I want to give it a cut. Let me show you this slice. So moist, fudgy, chocolatey with an amazing smell.